Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. Last episode we picked up this Camaro. It's a couple hours away from me. Ended up paying $1,000 for it. Sight unseen, other than a couple lousy pictures. So I bought it because I traveled that far, and I can make money selling parts off of it. Get my $1,000 back. But anyway, last episode we picked this up and I stripped all the interior out of it. It was complete except for the driver's door panel. And I forgot to take this passenger door panel. That's all I got for the passenger side. We may have to take the console out. I got 3 of them. I'm gonna have to figure out which one is the best. But for now, we got something to work with. This is melted up from the sun, and I pulled that up to get this pillar trim steel piece off of there, and it cracked. But no cracks up there where the other one is cracked. We may take that off, heat that up, see if we can bend it back, kind of recover it, patch it up, something like that. Maybe same with the console. If we're going to take the best, I think we'll definitely take the shifter thing off, even though it's cracked. We have to glue that up. Okay, but we took all the plastics off of it, and headliner and seats. So we got something to work with now. You know, best case scenario was everything was in good shape, which I didn't think it would be. But I was hoping maybe something was good. Door panels, seats. No, nothing was good on it. This is the other parts car. Paid $300 for it. We took the rear spoiler stuff off of it. Hood scoop used for the Hot Rod Nova. Anyway, I make a bunch of money on this. In fact, I just had a call. A guy in Arkansas wanted the subframe. Told him $500 you pull it. Oh, I don't know what type of tools I need to pull it. I said, well, I'll pull it for $100. How about that? Let me think on it, he says. So anyway, I haven't even advertised these yet for parts. I'd rather not sell any parts off of it until I'm done the build. No title. This one, do have a title for this one. She's kind of rusty on this side. Whether it's a builder or not, we don't know. 305 2-barrel automatic transmission. Been off the road since '93, 32 years. Don't know if it run. I may do a video on will it run one of these days. The engine's not worth a whole lot, but if it does run good, transmission works, we can use it in another car or this car. If we come across parts to, you know, could use a fender off that one, but don't have a good header. Have to round up some more interior. Never know, I could come across another parts car like this that we could build another one. So that's why I really don't want to sell advertise for parts right now. So anyway, let's go to the shop and see what we can get done this video here. It's fixing to get really cold. It's windy right now, but it's not bad out. About 50 degrees. But we're gonna have about 3 or 4 days here of real cold weather, and then it should be over with and we can get some more work done outside. But in the meantime, I might come out here, get the heater going, and heat up this shop and get some work done here. Okay, so this is the Camaro we're building. 76 Camaro. Bought it for $1,000. It runs good. Got a good drivetrain in it. Got some little small 14-inch skinny Kragers, but for now that's all I got. We just stuck a junk seat in here so I could drive it around. But the guy I bought it from had sold all the interior. Don't have nothing but a crappy dash panel And kick panels, that's another thing we'll have to take off of here, the kick panels, and paint them as well. It does have a console in the trunk. I can't remember how good it is. And there's the shifter deal. I don't want to take everything out of here yet. Oh yeah, there's a console there, but it's got a big gouge right there. Like I said, I got 3 of them, so we can round up a good one. Don't know about the lid, but I think I can get a new lid for 50 bucks. I already got new shocks for it. We'll do that sometime. So let's go over what we're gonna get done here. Okay, here's the back seat of the Camaro parts car I just bought. See, it's all needs to be recovered. Not in very good shape, but I think the frame and the styrofoam is good, so we don't have to buy that. 300 bucks for the upholstery kit for this, so I think I'm going to spend it. So at least we'll get the back seat done. I bought a roll of upholstery off of eBay, some thin black vinyl, just kind of plain. We're going to use that for the headliner and the rear deck package tray. Okay, here's the headliner backing. Missing a few. I got a couple little pieces there we'll have to tape on. I don't know where they went to, but anyway, probably back here. We got to scrape all that off and contact. We're going to use contact cement and put some material, that material on there. Here's all the plastic pieces. Most of these were off the yellow car, and that one was off the white one. They're all in pretty good shape, except for this one here is all cracked here. May try to fiberglass, put some fiberglass in there, strengthen that up. What's this one? This one's not too bad. I forgot to have to clean all these up too. All scratchy and stuff. We'll have to sand her down real good. And like I said, I think I'm just going to get some black vinyl paint and paint all these pieces. That's a trim around the roof rail, seat belt covers. The blue car there didn't come with any seat belts. We rounded up a set of front and back seat belts, except for one. This one little one here is eaten up by rats, so I'll have to figure out something for that. But the main retracts for the back and for the front are good. These are metal. You can sand them down, paint them black. Don't have to use vinyl paint on them. Those go all around the window, top of the window, holds the headliner in. Just scuff and shoot them ones. Sun visors, really not too bad, other than just, hell, I might just put a little contact cement in there, glue that back up, clean it up. That's part of the headliner. Yeah, I think that's all we'll do with them. These pole handles are kind of shot, so that one's really eaten up. Now the worst of the interior is the seats. Not just the upholstery, but all the mounting for the back. That's where you mount the top. The bolts came out of there. The back were rusted right off, both sides. And where this track, it's all, see, where it mounts to is all rusted. So we're going to do everything but the front seats. Upholstery for the front seats are 580 bucks. Plus we got the back plastic pieces here. They have them, I don't, 100 and something maybe. Right there, they're not in very good shape. And then the bottom plastic. I didn't. So they do sell tracks. They're pretty expensive. If I was to buy tracks, upholstery, backing plastics, you know, being to almost $1,000 for a set of buckets. I may just, if I come across some or if I have some, I'll look later on. Be the last thing I do to the car pretty much. We'll see if we can find another set of buckets that are close, that don't look too off, and put them in instead of them ones. But in the meantime, we got all this to do. Got to wait on the upholstery for that. But so anyway, that's what we got going. Last episode on this, I believe, we put the this back window, fixed all the rust holes and stuff around here, primed it, painted it black, urethane the window back in. But this chrome was laying inside, and I don't know how good it was, whether it was bent, twisted, something. But I bought all new clips. That's what these masking tape is for, all new clips. But when I was matching it up with the original one, it looked just a little short. And sure enough, you got to really beat that down to get it to clip. You can see it's supposed to be flush, but it's indented. And you know, this side's not too bad, but this side here, I got a little frustrated on this corner, and I took a block of wood and a hammer, bent the shit out of it. Same with this corner here. It's not even latched in there. So I took the trim off the yellow one. It was all in there, not bent up, wasn't taken off. It was all in there, but the clips were all rusty. So basically it just pretty much came apart. So I know, see, it's bent here too, where I beaten on it. So I got all that trim right here. Problem is, they painted, it's got yellow paint, black paint, but I know they're straight and not bent or anything. So I think what I'm gonna do is take all this trim off, and then we're gonna mount that. Now the problem is, clips are gonna be too short, and I don't want to have to be banging on them to get them in there and bend them ones as well. So I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do to make that fit. Can't put in other clips now, because put the clips in first, then the urethane the window. Now you got no room to take them clips off of, and the urethane's all smushed in there. So it ain't gonna be an easy job. I got an idea what I might try to do to make them work, but since this is black, we're going to sand it down and paint it black. Don't know if I should paint it black when I paint the car, just put them on there, have it sanded, and paint it later, or paint it now before I put them on. I'm not sure. But anyway, we got to do that. We got to do that because that's a job that should have been done last video. Just didn't get, just needs to be redone. It just, you know, you just can't have it looking all shitty and bent like that when you got a nice paint job and stuff on it. And WD-40 that door. So that's what we're going to plan on doing on this video, guys. This back chrome and some interior stuff, whatever we can get done. I do got new carpet right here, but we can't put that in right at the moment. We have to put it in before the seats, obviously. So we'll probably do the headliner and all the plastics. I believe we can do that, and all the trim pieces and all that, and get all that done. And then we'll worry about the upholstery on this seat, and then put in the carpet, cut some holes where the front buckets mount. There's 4 holes on each side. get them squared up, so to mount in the seats later. Okay, so that's it. I just want to get the video started. It's here's my heater here. We're gonna have to fire up this heater because it's only gonna be a high of like 30 or something tomorrow, then actually in the 20s after that. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna even come out here and do some work. So anyway, this is the start of it, and let me start getting some work done later, and we'll come back. Okay guys, I took all that chrome off. See, this one is good. It's where it's supposed to be. I think that one, the little stud was off and I drilled a hole and riveted it on there. But the rest of them had rivets. See, I usually always have problems buying those new clips. So this one's, you know, too far down, too far down, too far down. This one's up. So that's the problem. This one's up, but this one's down. So, and see, all the urethane is all packed in there. I don't really want to start trying to dig that out, and then I'm not going to be able to keep it up. You go to push the trim in, it's going to push it down again. So I'm thinking about getting a cutting wheel and cutting the edges of this clip right there, where it the chrome sets in, and put a little dab of urethane around each one after I grind it, then stick them in there, tape it flush, you know, for a day or so, let it dry, and that's it. That's probably the best I can do. So that's probably what I'm going to try after I sand all that stuff off of it. Anyway, that's the plan for that anyway. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, it's been about 4 days. 4 days of below freezing. All my pipes under here froze up. This is the main bathroom up here, and everything froze up. Toilet, sinks. Yeah, you can't leave the faucet dripping. It'll still freeze. So anyway, I just now pulled off some panels, stuck my heater, my propane or my diesel fuel rocket heater thing, and but it's I don't know, it's probably 50 something today. It was going to eventually thaw out today, but I sped up the process there a few hours ago. Anyway, got all the water going. Now I can take a shower. Haven't had a shower for 4 days. So anyway, we're back out here. Yeah, 50 something today, and then boom, it's going to be in the 60s and 70s from now on. So let's see, I got this trim on. This is that trim off the yellow Camaro. I sanded it. It was all had red and yellow and shit paint on it. I sanded it all down, and then I ground down them clips a little bit on the edges, and it pretty much for the most part fit in there pretty good and snugged down, except for just a couple of spots right here. I put a little, oh, that's still popping up a little bit. I put a little bit of JB weld on there to hold it on. Just, I think, just that spot, that spot. Oh, I put some around here, but anyway, that's pretty good. The trim off the newest parts car, the white one, it was painted flat black, and it's all faded out, so it would have had to been painted anyway. And I knew for sure these were all straight because I took them off the yellow one. Okay, starting to sand down the plastics. I got some stuff in. I bought some more flat black paint. Went down to O'Reilly's and bought this vinyl. I bought it gloss black, and they had flat black there. I was thinking I should have got flat black. But anyway, I got a gallon of flat black. I got a gallon of red for the 76 El Camino, which will paint a little ways down the road. Just starting to sand this plastic stuff here. I wanted to show you that. So you can see it's pretty bad deteriorating. Probably this one's not as bad as this one that I just did. Anyway, I sanded that down with 80 grit and then 180 grit by hand, and it come out pretty smooth. So that one's done. It's got a piece of 80 grit here, and when you sand it, that top layer is going to come off. See, now smooth that with a 180 and then paint them. Pretty much got to do that to see it's all flaking and stuff here. Sanding it by hand there will take most of that out. So yeah, I'm starting with these two pieces and then work my way to getting the rest of the pieces, and then I'll have to take a trip to Lowe's and get some more contact cement, and we'll start on the headliner and the rear package tray. We'll make a piece out of cardboard and glue that on there as well. So that'll be coming up here in the next day or two. Okay, I'll be back when I get some more done. Okay guys, I got these two sanded down for now, so we're gonna put a few good coats of black vinyl paint on there and let them dry, move them over somewhere else, and then get a couple more pieces, get them ready to paint. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got these two pieces sanded and painted. They're done. I'm starting on these two here. These go on the headliner covering the seat belts. That's just one coat. So they're taking about 3 or 4 coats or else they'll look splotchy like this. So you got to keep putting coats on. But anyway, let me get some more pieces and do some more sanding. Okay guys, next day. Getting hotter and hotter every day. Okay, these are the metal pieces. I've sanded them down. I don't have to use the vinyl paint on them. I'm thinking I should have painted all this stuff flat black. And yeah, I had a few comments about SEM spray, wrinkle spray or texture spray. Another guy said you could use the truck bed coating. Yeah, I don't know about using that on plastic. Maybe that SEM stuff, but not truck bed coating for this plastic. It may crack. I don't know. Anyway, where this was all busted, I put fiberglass and some resin. Just put that in there. We'll let that dry. Probably put another coat. And then this one, this side here wasn't bad. It just had a few cracks. A little hole there, crack there. Filled that in. We'll let that dry. I still can't bring myself to spending $300 to recover these seats. Usually what I'll do is I'll buy a real cheap set. If you've been around for a while, you've seen me just buy a cheap set for, I don't know, 18 bucks, sometimes 20 bucks. And I'll use the back seat cover and just put that in there. Like, I don't know, like that Nova. Yeah, I think I use it on that Nova too. The 278 Novas. But of course they have seat covers that are expensive, very expensive for seat covers. But not no 300 bucks. So I ordered a set that looks pretty good. It had, you know, this much 1/4 inch of foam and this and it, you know, it looked like very well put together seat covers. So anyway, I bought them for 77 Camaro. So if I don't like it, they were 129 bucks and 20 to ship, then 6 for tax. I don't know, 150 bucks altogether, something like that. So for 150 bucks, and that's for the back and the front. Even though I don't know if we'll use this front. I was thinking of using a set to see if they were the same measurements from an older, but I got the 89 and the 91 there. Well, they still got the seats. They need to be recovered, but I forget how much the upholstery is for those seats. Anyway, I just had a guy message me and said he wanted a set of old seats, didn't care what they looked like, and they're really not that bad. Just that one driver's side had a little rip in it there at the. Anyway, I just sold them now for 100 bucks. So he got a hell of a deal. Set of bucket seats for 100 bucks. He's putting them in his 84. But anyway, I thought about doing that for the front seats. I still got one set left in there. I'm fixing to go out there and measure and see if these bolt holes and everything are the same. Okay, yeah, I got the sun visors. I got to put a little contact cement around the edges, clean them up, paint them black as well. What else was I going to say? Oh, last video when I got all this stuff from my neighbor. He gave me all this wood pallets and crap. He didn't want to throw it out. So I went over there and got it. Anyway, he just lives over here. And so I was over there picking that up the other day. I forgot to mention. Seen about 100 cats all around the back door of that. I said, oh, that's where the cats went. He goes, yeah, my wife loves cats and feeds them. So you don't see very many cats around here. I seen the one, I don't know, gold tan one. She come around, but he says he sees them crossing the road all the time, coming over on this side of my property, back and forth. But they're mostly staying under her place, and they're having litters of kittens and all kinds of shit going on over there with cats. So anyway, just thought I'd mention that. Somebody mentioned, oh, there's no more cats. Well, that's where they go, because she's feeding them. Okay. So anyway, let me get some of that stuff done. I said, this fiberglass resin, it just takes so long to dry. I could probably take a heat thing to it. I might take my heat gun to it and dry that a little bit better so I can put on another coat. And then we'll have to, I got some tape around there. We'll have to untape it, put a little, I use a little paintbrush, put a little around the top of it there, the outside. And tomorrow we can sand that down and paint these. I got them pretty much sanded down. A little bit more sanding to go, and they'll be ready to paint. So yeah, anyway, and then tomorrow morning I think I'll go get some contact cement. We'll get on with the headliner and the package tray. And here's all the pieces I painted yesterday. Just kind of set them all up here. So we're coming along. I don't know. Yeah, see, I should have bought the flat. I bought a gallon of regular flat black paint, not vinyl though. I may put a coat over top of all this, make everything all flat. I don't know yet. But anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, I painted the metal ones there, a couple of coats of flat black, and I went ahead and started painting the plastic ones flat black. I think they do look better flat than gloss. And just got a little contact cement with a little brush there and put along them edges. These were, I was blowing it off and a bunch of white paint came off of it. They were like a beige or off-white color, and somebody painted it bright white. But anyway, once all that dries, we'll wipe her down with thinner and paint them black. So anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, next day. Okay, I took the tape off around these edges here. So I'm going to get a little brush, some resin, and put around these edges here. Try to smooth them out best I can without, you know, waiting a bunch of time in between coats to get it perfect and to sand it and all that stuff, because that damn resin just takes too long to dry. But that's the main part of it there, with some fiberglass in there with the resin. This side, it just has some cracks on it, so, you know, put a little resin on that, smooth that out. And I think there was, anyway, so I went down to AutoZone, pick up the brake pads for the van right here. You gotta wait 5 days now to get parts. And this is the only thing they had on their shelf that would give a little texture. I know some people, oh, SEM, this stuff and all that. Yeah, well, none of that's on the shelf. So, that's the only thing I could find with a little texture. We'll try it out. Got some more contact cement, so we got a can and a half to do the headliner and the back material. I want to thank Vic Lotto, I think his name is. He sent me some feather fill epoxy primer, or polyester primer. And this is for over fiberglass. When I done those hood scoops, I use that on the fiberglass. If anybody wants to send me anything, oh, the address is right there. Clunkers and Classics, P.O. Box 262, Mead, Oklahoma 73449. Yeah, there wasn't a note in there to say. I think his name was Vic Lotto, so thanks, Vic. He sent me some Bondo and stuff before. Speaking of Bondo, it's been maybe a couple of months in Walmart. The Bondo brand I mentioned, it was like $59.99. But it's always higher at AutoZone or O'Reilly's. So in AutoZone, I was looking at this stuff here, the paint. There was a gallon of the Bondo brand Bondo there. Was it 104 or 109? 104.99, something like that. I almost busted out laughing. I was like, I can't believe this. 104.99 for a gallon of Bondo. So yeah, I know they're a lot higher than when they used to be $19.99 at Walmart. They were $39.90 or $38.99 at O'Reilly's. So, you know, double the price. So yeah, they might be $59.99 at Walmart still. But anyway, crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna put a little fiberglass resin around them edges. I got this sanded down with 80. Will this wrinkle cover 80 grit, or do I have to? There's still some little gouges in there you can feel. Not much I can do. I'm not gonna be putting Bondo and stuff in there. I don't even really want to put this stuff on there, but just in case it lifts, peels. And I did forget to put something over top of this before I done all those other pieces, and that's some I usually use that Bulldog adhesive promoter, and it was pretty expensive, and this stuff was half the price. I think I got this off of eBay, but I used it on the back plastic of the Hot Rod Nova, and the paint all peeled. So it maybe wasn't prepped very good, like, you know, wiped down with thinner or wax and grease remover or whatever, and it might be that, but I haven't really had a problem with that Bulldog grip stuff. So this stuff, the vinyl paint, that's why it's called vinyl. It's supposed to have the adhesion promoter and the flex stuff in it. Years ago, you would have to, when you bought auto paint, you would have to buy the flex additive in there for the rubber bumpers when they first started coming out, because the paint they used to use it would crack. That bumper would get pushed in a little bit and would crack. Well, now all the auto paint now has that flex additive in it. So that's what the vinyl paint's supposed to have: flex additive and some adhesion promoter. But we'll put some on. We'll wipe all this down good and spray some of this on there, and then some of the wrinkle stuff, and then the color, and see what happens. But that's after I put some resin and let that dry. So anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, last video I asked people if they knew what these rims were from. Bunch of people said they were newer 91 to 92 Z28 IROC RS rims, and then a bunch of people said they were S10 Extreme rims. So best I can figure out, I went to Google, searched it. The Camaro rims are exactly like this, but it comes down to a point and has that little center cap in the middle. This one has a big center cap. So I found this exact rim with the big center cap, has a Chevy logo in the middle, and it says 96 to 2000 S10 Extreme. A few people said, oh, his buddy has it on his 2001. Well, I don't know, but 99% sure these are S10 Extreme wheels. I don't know if I could find some center caps. I'm not sure how they clip in there, whether they, yeah, they would have to clip in, because I was thinking they had the little threads on the lug nuts that, no, I guess they can't, because, anyway, it was smooth. Doesn't have the little fake deals on it. So I don't know. Like I said, these tires are all shitty. Every one of them's all got weather cracks and crap in them. If I was to keep them, they would need all new tires. You can see them all here too. Cracks. There's a big gouge right there. I don't know what. They're all matching though. 225, 60, 16. They just, every one of them has gone through hell with big rips, and well, that might have been from just sitting flat. Anyway, the ones that are on that blue Camaro, little skinny 14 by, you know, who knows, 6-inch. These are supposed to be 16 by 8. If they're off the Extreme, 16 by 8. So they're pretty good wide rims. I don't know what I could round up a set of center caps for, but you think these rims here would look better on it than the little Kragers. There ain't much I can do with them little Kragers or little 14s. You can buy wide 14-inch tires still, but the rim's so skinny that you try to put too fat of a tire on there, it won't work. So anyway, with this one you could put 60s on it, no problem. So I don't know. If not, I could probably sell them for a bit. Okay. Oh, this was open. Now the lock is. Okay. I'll show you the door panel. Apparently, Camaros, Firebirds, they came with a two-piece. The bottom, well, the top would be vinyl, and then the bottom is a separate plastic piece. If y'all been following along, kind of like the 78 El Camino I have. Two-piece. So apparently that's what these came with up until 78. And from what I can figure out, from 78 to 81, it has the one-piece door panels. So, like this one. So, yeah, this door panel's got the hole for a speaker anyway. And the two-piece one has a separate, doesn't have that big pull handle like I showed you on that last video. So I can go either way. But anyway, those door panels on eBay, unfinished, they said, or no, plain or something, one-piece ones, are the cheapest I could find is $400 for a pair. Then I would have to buy the pull handle thing. They are cheapest I could find is $156. Most of the ads or auctions or whatever listings were $180 something. Anyway, $156. I get a brand new pair of black pull handles. But that's still pretty, you know, $400 for the door panels, $156 for that. Yeah, forgot what else I wanted to mention. I believe this is a Camaro one. Somebody says, oh, that's a truck one. No, truck one's in the blue car. This is a Camaro wheel. Although it's a little, these are from rat teeth chewed up. So, I don't know. But yeah, we'll probably take this off. Still got to figure out which better console I want to use. This is not too bad. Like I said, a few cracks there, a few cracks on the plastic. I think I can get that lid for like 50 something bucks. But anyway, we got this one, the one in the yellow one, and then the one in the trunk of the blue one. But they all got damage to them, so let me take a look at this one. See, isn't all busted at the back. It got cracks up here. It's all kind of looks like somebody painted it a few times, plus stress cracks. But anyway, crack there, gouge there. We'll figure that out later. Anyway, just thought I'd go over them few things. Okay, I'll be back. Hey, Nikki. How you doing, Nikki? She just come out of her little doghouse there because I was blowing off all the dust, and if she hears me blowing off something with the air or closing the garage door, she goes nuts and starts running around ready. She knows it's ready to go in the house. Anyway, I have this material here left over from doing the back floor in the Nomad. I bought a roll of it off of Lowe's or somewhere like that, and it's just enough to do this back deck here. So I think that's what I'm going to do instead of cutting up cardboard and some of that material and gluing it and all that stuff. I think this will be a lot better protection from the sun than that other vinyl. So let me cut this section out. Don't have no rear speakers. Nobody's put 6x9s in there, it looks like. This looks like for a factory one speaker deal. It's got the 4 holes, and this one doesn't have any holes. So we're gonna go without a stereo and speakers in this for now. Anyway, let me try to cut this out, put it in there. I'll be back. Okay, guys, we got this piece cut out. I put a piece of paper in there, traced it out, and then cut this. So I'm gonna put some glue underneath there and get it flattened out, get it ready so we can put all this trim, well, headliner next and then the trim. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I got the package tray carpet in there. Looks pretty good. Yeah, you can see where the speakers would go, but that's okay. Okay, got that done. Put a little more fiberglass resin on this here. The other side, I put some adhesion promoter, wiped it down, put some adhesion promoter, and then a couple of coats of this Wrinkle Plus finish, 2 coats on there. There's a little bit of texture on there, but not a lot. we'll have to let that dry for a while, see what happens, and put some flat black over it. But anyway, just trying that out, and then we'll do the other side and some more of these pieces. I got to take out the kick panels. I keep forgetting to do that, but the two this panel here and the driver's side, I'm going to take them out, and you have to take these steel plates off too. So carpet goes up underneath there, and we'll prep all them and paint them as well. So, and then what I think I'm going to do is put that seat in here, because I'm not sure where to weld those little things to hold that rear seat. I don't know exactly where. The only way I can find out is to put the seat in, but I need the back part of the seat in, and so the back bottom cushion sticks up under there, and then we can figure out where those little things I showed you in the last video, where they weld in. Because I gotta weld them in before I put the carpet and stuff in. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, next day. There's a couple of coats of that wrinkle finish on there. I think I'll put some paint over it. But yeah, it was I think this one here, where I fixed it with fiberglass. I put a little Bondo on the edge there and sanded it. Pretty sure it was this one. No, I think it was this one here. Yeah. Yeah, put a little Bondo in here to smooth it out. So yeah, I think I'll paint some flat black on there. Okay, I put the back of the back seat in, and getting ready to put these. I checked in other cars and I just can't find any. I got some, but they're different from a old Dodge. Anyway, it clips into that and holds that seat down. It ain't that important, but I want to put it in there. So, as far as I can figure, that's about where it goes. That's where the thing hits. So we want to put that where it hits there. That way we push it back, it slides down in there and holds. So I'm going to try to weld that in there. This is the best one. The other one, half of this is missing, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I think that's about it. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, that's that one welded in and that one welded in. And I checked them. It holds the seat in. So okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, here's the carpet. I thought it'd be two pieces. The carpet in the white Camaro's two pieces. But anyway, it's a one piece. May cut it in half, I don't know. Anyway, got the cutout for the shifter and everything there. And this goes over the back seat, the back hump there. Anyway, laid it out in the sun, let it conform a little bit. And I think right now we'll get started on the, oh, there's for the dimmer switch deal. We'll get going on the headliner. I'll be back in a little bit. Hey guys, here's the headliner backing. I used a wire brush right there and then blew all that off. Then cut a piece off the vinyl roll, and we're going to contact cement both sides, put it on there, and it'll be ready to put in the car. I don't use the regular headliner material anymore because I mentioned on a past video, in my black El Camino, it's all hanging down. The foam and the whatever separated, and it's not even been in there, you know, 6 months to a year. So I'm going to start using vinyl and contact cement. Haven't had much luck with the spray glue with vinyl, because vinyl's too heavy, I guess. I don't know. Went through it 3 or 4 times on the Nomad, trying to use 5 different kinds of spray glue, and none of them worked. So that's how I'm going to do it: vinyl, contact cement. So let me do all that, cut out some holes for the interior light, and then tomorrow, it's getting late in the day, tomorrow we'll put that on there and then put all the trim in. And that's about as far as I can go. Well, I got to bring that carpet in. We can probably put in the carpet and the seat belts, but I don't have the seat covers or front seats. Oh, forgot to mention, the subscriber that sent me the primer, I think it's Lou Vato. I think I said Vic Lotto or something. I'm real bad with names, guys. But yeah, I think it's Lou Vato, because I had it written down. So yeah, thanks again. Okay, let me do this, bring in the carpet, and then tomorrow we'll start putting her together. I'll be back. Okay, guys, I got all the vinyl glued to the cardboard. Fixing to put it in there and put the trim around it. I resprayed these with a flat. We'll see how they look. Okay, let me put that in. I'll be back. Okay, guys, I think I cleared out the garage about half the stuff, with the headliner, all the plastics and carpet all in the car. So let's go take a look. Okay, I just laid the carpet in there. I got footprints and everything, but you can see this is where it folds over right there on the hump, goes over to the back seat. This will get tucked up underneath here. And that's where it goes over the hump there. We'll cut a slit out for the seat belt. Got the rear seat belts in. Okay, and we'll have to cut out some slits here, because there's some screws that goes in, holds the console in here. But this is the area that was cut out, so it's pretty close. Gonna have to lift up one side, get all the seat belt markings and seats. There's like a seat belt thing there, 4 seat holes. Get all that lined up. I didn't bother taking out these kick panels. I know this passenger side's a pain in the ass with that vent and everything in there, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'll tuck the carpet up underneath here best I can, trim it, stick it up under there. Okay, so here's the headliner. Turned out pretty good. Got the new China dome light. The sun visors painted, put on there, then all the trim around there. It's a little bit more flatter than I'd like. I just didn't have any matte semi-gloss. This is all just flat black. I don't really like it too much. I'd rather have it not glossy, not flat, but right in between. And I just didn't have any of that. Here's the seat belt covers up there, back trim all along there. So I got quite a bit done. So that's all done. I think we'll end the video on that. Still got a lot of work to do. Got the seat covers coming in probably in a few days, and we'll see what they look like. That'll finish the back seat off, but we don't know what we're going to do on the front seat. I think I'll have to take the whole console thing off the other car. It's in good shape, except they cut 2-3 inch holes on the sides for speakers. I don't know if I want to cover them up or maybe get some speakers to put in there, cover up them holes. But other than that, it looks pretty good. It looks better than the one that came off this one, which is a big, I showed you that big slit in it. Not sure about what to do with the dash, but we'll probably take the dash off that other white car as well. It's the white dash is all up here, but maybe we can heat it, push it down. But this one's all warped and cracked along the top there, so the other one's a lot better shape in that regards. Oh, let me turn the key off here. Had the key on to push the shifter back to get the carpet hole over top there. Okay, so yeah, I don't know, halfway done. Got quite a bit done. Have to order a windshield. Gonna put a windshield in here sooner or later. But anyway, that's what I got done for this video. It's about a week's worth of work on and off. And then the cold weather snap. So anyway, next video we'll get some more done on this. I got the new roof rail weather strip too to put in there. We'll put that on there. I got a subscriber sending me door panels. I'd rather have that one piece I showed you earlier in the video, but he's got the older style, the 2-piece plastic and vinyl. Some vinyl's cracked and everything, but it's complete. We can maybe put a little epoxy in the cracks, paint it all black, put it on there. We'll see. I think what I'm going to be missing is some brackets, because it doesn't have the big armrest. It's got a deal that probably should have some metal brace that holds in, so when you pull it, you're not pulling the vinyl, the plastic apart. Yeah, we'll have to probably make something. But anyway, those should be in shortly. So yeah, I think that's about it for this video. That's a lot more work than it probably seemed, but okay. I just have to figure out what to do about the front seats. I'll go look in some more of my junk cars. I got a few sets, but I don't know if they'll work. Some out of a Durango, some out of a Toyota Sequoia. I'd rather get some smaller. I think they're going to be too tall and stuff. Might get some smaller buckets. Figure out how to put them in. Okay, so I think that's about it, guys. I just got back from putting a down payment on another building, but it's going to be basically a tiny home. It's going to be the same color and stuff as this shop, but smaller. I think this is 36 by 24, and this one's going to be 20 by 24. It's the best deal I could find for a building, but I'll go into more detail on that. We'll have a little series on building a tiny home from that's going to be the base part of it, made out of metal, a metal building, and then I'm going to turn it into, it's basically a 2-car garage, but I think that's anyway, it's going to go right in here. I'm going to have to clear out all these cars, most of them, move them, push them up a few feet, something like that, because this is where the water, sewer, an electric is. So it's going to go right here. And I'm just going to build it from scratch. I'm just going to put everything new in there. I'm going to have to do the plumbing, the electrical. We're going to get spray foam insulation in it later on. Pour a concrete slab myself. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of time. But to start off with, we've got to... the ground slopes down, so I got to get move these cars out of the way, then get a big load of gravel, and then block it off with cinder blocks, and that's what it's going to be sitting on. And then later on, after I get the plumbing and all that in there, then I'm going to have concrete poured in one big slab. But yeah, it's going to have all new. Everything's about shot in my place, like the washer, dryer. They work, but barely. Anyway, I'm gonna make a video introduction to that. So it's gonna have a new shower, new bathtub, new sink, new toilet, new water heater, new washer, dryer, all that stuff. Just gonna have everything new in it. We'll go from there. So anyway, I'm gonna start making a video series on that if you're interested. And first video is just going to be clearing out all this shit and getting it ready to get the building put on and all that stuff. So anyway, either be that video or video on the interior of this. Either one. But anyway, I think that's it, guys. Got a long ways to go still on this one, the van. I got all the new brakes and shocks and everything for the van, but nobody watches them van videos. But it's got to be done. May do that, shocks and the brakes on a video on that one. So anyway, that's what's coming up, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.